And we are live. First of all, well, let me check some settings here. We'll start in a few moments. I'm waiting for the... Oh, there we go. Give me a few seconds, please. Okay. Yes, we are set. We are set. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by Tianshan, Lone Wolf Fist, a post-apocalyptic, super-powered martial arts tabletop RPG. They are about to launch the Acid and Steel Kickstarter campaign. This expansion brings so many things to the table: robotic characters, damned heroes, demonic asuras, new martial arts techniques, lore, bestiary, so many things. This is your chance to own both the core book and the expansion book in physical format. You will find a link to the Kickstarter campaign in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by Evil Genius Games, the publisher of Everyday Heroes, a modern adventures tabletop RPG, compatible with many settings and adventures featuring movies such as Kong, Pacific Rim, Highlander, just to name a few. Make sure that you use my code when you make purchases in their online store for a 10% discount. You'll find the link in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products. They have recently released The End of Innocence, a tabletop RPG of supernatural and nostalgic childhood adventures. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment as well. And make sure that you check out their ongoing contest. Hi, welcome everyone. This is your host, Abraham L. Jaguar. And before we get started, let me get into Granblue Fantasy. Okay, sound. Okay. For those of you that do not know, perhaps that are new to the channel, hi Beyond Fantasy, welcome. Oh, by the way, Beyond Fantasy, uh, how is the sound? How is the sound quality? I made some tweaks, some adjustments to the sound. I hope the microphone sounds better. Let me know before we proceed. Is the sound okay? Well, I guess so, right? I was thinking of putting the microphone on the desk, but because this is a fighting game, sometimes things get a bit too intense and I move around the desk and I don't want to shake the desk and move the microphone around and cause a mess of things with the sound. But yes, for those of you that are new to the channel, the sound quality is consistent. The quality went down? Oh no. Does that mean... Let me see, then I'll have to raise the microphone. Give me some... Okay. How about over here? This is good? Okay. Then I will have to control myself because I don't want to move around the desk and like I said, shake the microphone. But in fighting games, that is sometimes difficult for me. I get too excited and I start move around like crazy. But yeah, well, for you Beyond Fantasy and for those that are watching, I've been perhaps about a year without playing fighting video games. But now I have retaken that a few days ago. Of course, Beyond Fantasy saw me playing Nitro Plus Blasters yesterday. So I think I need to get back into shape, get those fingers going. This a 42-year-old guy and it's some to get back into the game. So today we are going to play matches, ranked matches, which is pretty much suicide, considering I've only played a few, like about a couple of hours yesterday. I was using Basaraga. But today I decided to purchase Beatrix, because she's best waifu. Well, there are so many amazing waifus. So let's go online. And hopefully I won't get massacred. Hopefully. Ranked match. I'm so nervous. Oof. Character. Oh, no. How do you... Like I said, I'm pretty new to the game. Ah, there we go. Beatrix. Yes. Okay. And this game, although it is pretty friendly for newcomers, it has some pretty complex mechanics. It's one of those games that it's very easy for you to get into and pretty hard to master. Stage, well, but the music, I want to... I always get confused about the button. Versus Beatrix, I love her song. Beatrix, where are you? Versus Beatrix. There we go, Pride. That's one of my favorite songs of Granblue Fantasy. That one and Existence. The theme from Beelzebub. Okay. Really nervous. Let's get into... I've played a few matches, lost a few of them, won a few of them. Okay. Okay, so we go into standby. Wish me luck. I'm going to need it. Oh, super nervous. Super nervous. Oh. Oh. When it comes to blocking, dodging, and making those inputs at the right time, Granblue Fantasy rewards you for doing the most complex moves. Instead of using the simplified commands, if you do the inputs and you guard at the right moment and all of that. Yeah, probably. Well, I've heard Beyond Fantasy that against 2B in this game, neutrality is very... It doesn't help. So I think in general, for most cases, that could be true. But against characters like 2B, she's one of the top tier at the moment. Not as high as Belial, but definitely one of the strongest characters. We're taking some time in finding an opponent. Perhaps there aren't too many people playing. Although yesterday I played with 2 people quite quickly. I got the matches relatively fast. Oh! Yes, Granblue Fantasy has its nuances. It is one of the best fighters at the moment. Not in terms of balance, there are some characters that are pretty overpowered, but because of the many moves and the nuances, the complexities of guarding, using the right moves for the combos, it's definitely one for the pros if you want to get really hardcore into it. Hey, and Beyond Fantasy, how was your food? Was it delicious? I know that you ate some delicious corn. That was pretty mouth-watering just thinking about it. But did you eat something else? I imagine turkey, right? You always have turkey in... Oh, match! Who is it? Who is it? Oh! Hopefully I won't get destroyed. Here we go, here we go. Not so bad. That's better. That's not so good. That's better. That's much better. She messed up. She messed up. That sounds delicious, turkey. That's a really good. Although I'm vegan, I can understand the pleasures of turkey. I think she's not going to let me do any... She's going to try to pin me down. think she has noticed that I'm really good when it comes to applying pressure. So she's not going to let me do what I want. We actually won that one. This is my first time playing Beatrix. Wow. I need to get some distance from her. Ay. Oh no! You know what I'm doing? I am confusing pressing two buttons at the same time when I want to do a special move. And that's what's messing me up. What I have noticed is that she doesn't... She jumps a lot. In Granblue Fantasy, there is somewhat of a risk involved when it comes to... I couldn't punish because I missed the input. There is some risk when it comes to jumping at your opponent. The air game is somewhat difficult to predict. Ah, yes. Ah! Oof. That was pretty intense. We are even. We need a rematch to break the... to see who wins. Oh, no! He probably thinks that I am mocking him, but it's because I'm messing the inputs. I don't know how how I'm messing up so many inputs. Although I think he's the same as me, in that he isn't too... he isn't too experienced. As you can see, we lost that one. I need to... if there was a way to disable the taunt function... Oh no, that's not it. Because I messed up quite a bit there. I was trying to do some of the more complicated commands, and I ended up taunting. But I also noticed how he was also messing up some inputs, so I think we were both pretty inexperienced. At least I won one of the matches. It says here, Beyond Fantasy. I like how the game gives you tips. I might get this game when it goes on sale. I was also waiting for it to go on sale, but because this is one of the streams that I'm going to be making, I actually decided to purchase it at full price. It's certainly really expensive, but you can get it free. Beyond Fantasy. Thank you, Beyond Fantasy. At least I won one match, right? You can get it for free. The free version contains Gran as your main character, and there are random characters available each week, and you can play online. You can have player matches, ranked matches. It's free. Hmm. Check it out when you finish watching this stream. Look for the free version. Go to Steam and type Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising, and scroll down, and you will see free. And that's how I practiced it. I downloaded the free version last night, and I played it, and I fell in love with it. So you can play it as long as you don't mind playing just using Gran or some of the characters. A bit like a demo, but this is even better because in demos you usually cannot play ranked. But here you can play ranked. You can start to accumulate medals and your score, your ranked, everything. So it's like a super demo, I would say, like a deluxe demo. And if you like playing Gran, you could basically play free for the rest of your life. You know, download the free version and play as Gran, and that's it. You're set. I think more people should be aware that it is free. I also didn't notice that. Hmm. Because that way everybody could be playing. And I've read comments in Steam of people saying, "Oh, I've never purchased the full game, and I'm just playing as Gran, or I'm just playing the characters available each week." So definitely something to consider. It's a great business strategy. I think that should be for all of the fighting games, because those of us that fall in love with the game, we're all, of course, going to purchase it. Hmm. I need to figure out how to do that Dragon Punch, the Rising Slash. It could have been super helpful against my opponent, but I was caught off guard because of the way that the character jumped at me. I also wanted to do the super special move, but it's a bit. I think it's down forward. Put the opponent in a state where he or she goes into slow mode. If you juggle the opponent, they start to float, and it's easier for you to continue the juggle. Ah. Beatrix is also one of the most powerful characters. I also liked Vaserraga. I won several matches, well, not several, like more, I think, last night. He has these stances in which he starts to advance, very intimidating. If you have activated your armor power, the enemy hits you and you still keep on going. You can take up to 2 hits. Well, one hit and you're not affected. The second hit gets you, really affects you. But the first hit, it serves like, a bit like a shield. Beyond Fantasy says, there is a way to do shortcuts for the Dragon Punch. Yes, but in Granblue Fantasy, you also have that shortcut. I think it's down special or down K in my case. But if you do that, you don't deal as much damage. That's how Beyond Fantasy rewards the pro players. Ah, you mean that one? Yes, yes. But yeah, definitely. Sometimes I cannot hold crouching back because I am in the middle of a combo. So I need to do the input the pro way, the forward, down, forward, strike. But definitely thank you for the tip. Yes, that's how Granblue Fantasy has so many simplified commands. All of the powers, you can do them simple, but they don't deal as much damage. So you want to get immediately into those complicated inputs. Ah, thanks. Another opponent. I'm so glad.
Here begins fate's
I wonder if it's the same guy or someone else.
Beatrix versus
Gran. Ah, Gran. My song! Beatrix's song!
One. Engage.
I think this guy is a bit more experienced. You can tell because he's not making too many mistakes like me.
Great. Great. Great.
Maybe I spoke too soon. Ah, that was better. Yes, here begins Fate episode. Haha, Beatrix. I love her. One of the waifus.
Battle 2.
Gran is pretty risky to fight up close. Well, he's overall a very versatile character. Ah, that's one of the few ways. One of the few ways to stop Beatrix is to grab her. Immortal! Assalto! Oh. Oh, Dragon Punch! I can't do my Dragon Punch. Ah! Once you fall into button mashing, it's a good fight because it's between two rookies.
Player 2. Win.
Once you get into button mashing, it's very difficult to hold yourself from panicking. There we go. There we go again. Again.
Great.
That's better. Okay. I think I'm getting the hang of it. That's it. That's better. How Beatrix's air-to-air game? It's not particularly good. It's much better for you to take the initiative going anti-air.
Great.
That's better. And we keep on doing that one because apparently that's the only thing that I know how to do. Ah, I'm finally getting into the hang of it. Thank you, Beyond Fantasy. Half of the time I don't know what I am doing. Other times I remember those days when I was not exactly a pro player, but half decent. Ah, he got onto my method of attack. There we go. Ah, yeah. Oh, good move. That was a good one. A good one. That's what I was waiting for. The most fictional thing or fantasy-like thing about Granblue Fantasy, Beatrix is constantly eating these desserts, and she still has that perfect body shape. Oh, don't tell me the guy disconnected. He disconnected. No. I refuse to believe it. We were having such a great time. He got angry. He disconnected. Ah. I hope not. I hope. Let's. He was not disconnected. It was like lag. I hope so. Yes, because we're having such a fun time. Even sometimes I lose, sometimes I lose. It's all about having fun. And I remember setting my search protocol so that I only play with people that do not disconnect or that have very few disconnections. Ah, that was pretty exciting. I think I'm getting a bit of the hang of it, understanding more or less how to do the inputs. I knew the moment I saw Beatrix, I knew that she was more or less my style. What about you, Beyond Fantasy? What's your style in fighting games? Are you all about getting up close and personal, or do you are more like a keep away character fighter, or you are somewhat balanced that you can handle both situations? Because in my case, I'm more of a rushdown type of combatant. I want to get into the face of the opponent. Although, or rather, I'm in the extremes because I also had some. Uh, I have played some characters that are constantly shooting. It's all about the projectile game. So I think I fall always in those extremes, not a middle ground for me. Like for example, yesterday when I played Ignis in Nitro Plus Blasters, I was struggling a bit because she's more of a balanced character, setting up traps, sometimes fighting from afar, sometimes up close. So it's more like a juggling between those two modes. But in that other game, I am much better with Homura, which is all about getting into the face of the opponent. And look, I think I haven't moved the desk too much, so the sound is somewhat stable. There aren't too many opponents right now. But baiting player, ah yes. Mm-hmm. I understand Beyond Fantasy. I think in the Nitro Plus game, I think you would do great with Ignis because she's also about baiting the opponent. She sets up those traps and grenades that I barely used when I played. So maybe those go into those setups. I was also quite nervous because I didn't know if I could read the chat window while I was playing, but it wasn't that difficult. Although, in those intense combo moments, I definitely cannot look away from the screen. But definitely Beyond Fantasy, top characters, exactly. But characters, here in Granblue Fantasy, there is a character by the name of Nier. She has a huge puppet and she is one of the top tiers. She gets the opponent in this pincer maneuver. If you get your opponent in the middle of the screen and you put your puppet on the other behind the opponent and you attack from the front, the opponent is it's almost impossible for that opponent to come out of unscathed from that situation. I've tried puppet characters every now and then throughout the years, but it's too complex for me. Perhaps if I practice a bit more, but I am always confusing how to use the puppet. Like I feel like as if I am controlling two characters at the same time, and I get confused. Like, oh, where do I put this character? Do I move the character over here? Do I attack from this angle? So I need to let a bit more loose. You know, when you feel comfortable and you're just playing without thinking. Like every move is so natural. I need to develop that with puppet characters. Because right now, those combos that I did with Beatrix, they came naturally. And only when I started to mess up, when I thought too hard about what I was going to attempt, because I need that muscle memory, I need more practice, so that my fingers move on their own. That applies to almost all things in life, at least at a great percentage. Like anything, painting, martial arts, swimming, climbing. It's all about developing that muscle memory, training, practice, training constantly.
Fates episode. Beatrix.
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 Another Beatrix. Is it the same guy from a few moments ago? I'm not sure. Big faker. No, no, you are the fake. I am the real one. I have the real sword in Velasquez. You are a faker. Oh no, this guy's going to be trouble.
Believe in victory.
Here we go.
One.
No mercy.
Engage. Great.
Messed up the move over there. That's better. That's how they punish. Oh, when you... Oh no! That's much better. Ah, she won the... There we go! Yeah! Just one sliver. There we go! How about that? Here we go again! Oh no, I'm messing up the input so bad. And she's attempting... Oh! There, that's better. Oh yeah! Don't trade blows with me, buddy. Oh! Oh, Immortal Assault. That's over for me in this round. Ooh. This is the final, the decisive battle. Ya lo veremos, ya lo veremos. There we go. There we go. Now's my chance. There we go. There we go. What? You haven't seen... Here we go. Here we go. Again. Again. Ah, she's doing that grab. That's a good combo. Ah, I still need to do that. I have yet to pull any of the special moves because I need to use the K button that I've set here. There we go! Here we go, assemble! Destroy it all! Destroy it all! There we go. Yes, download the free version, Beyond Fantasy. We'll do it again. Exactly. Exactly! Exactly! Don't trade blows with me, buddy. I think I'll cancel it. Yes! Yes! Yes, Beyond Fantasy. That's the real Beatrix. I told you I was the real one. I was not the fake. Woo! That was pretty intense. Let me take a... Well, I have to take a break while I wait for the opponent. Oh, I'm shaking. Yes, I tried to do my best Beyond Fantasy, trying to... Beatrix is a lot of the grab game. If you get those headbutts in and you cancel the... or avoid the grabs of the opponent, you start to activate that special circumstance in which the opponent is trapped by the effect of Embarask, the slowdown effect. Again, it's my same opponent, caffeine. That's what happens when you take too much coffee. You lose games.
Believe in victory.
Here we go again.
Battle 1. Engage.
The opponent came with a vengeance.
Great.
There we go. I should have used the lighter version. This one. I'm in trouble. There we go. That was pretty close. Only one shard of health. Okay, Beyond Fantasy.
2. Engage. Great. Great. Great.
Yes! I think he's abusing the special attack too much.
Believe in victory.
Let's trade again.
1. Engage. Great. 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 Down.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Beyond Fantasy. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Great.
There we go. There we go. Wow, this has been a great match so far. Great series of matches. And even better, thanks to you, Beyond Fantasy. Thank you so much. Ah, I think I'm getting the hang of Beatrix. If only I could do the most powerful moves. When she does that, like, destroy it all, the huge purple sword. Oh, let's see if there's another opponent. I still have to create another review today. It's what game is it? His Majesty the Worm. Majesty the Worm. Yes, it's all about something about character creation. I need to finish that review, and I'll see if I can get some free time to make a third video for the day. I also want to start a long series, like I said, like a role-playing game. Perhaps there's a game that I always wanted to try. It's an action RPG from Record of Lawless War. I don't know if you know about it. You play as Didlit. She's this elf, and it's pretty much more like a Metroidvania, like Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You start to move around like this huge castle and whatnot, and you start to level up. I'll see if I can start the series tomorrow. And yes, it was too bad that I couldn't run the stream before you went to it for Thanksgiving, because I had a fun time. Yes, Lawless War, exactly. That's the one, Beyond Fantasy. I want to start playing that game. But like I said, a few hours ago, I played Night Slashers, and that was also pretty fun. I think I'll play one more match before I end the stream, because I need to finish that review, but let's get one more match going. I hope I don't run into any pro players, because I'm still trying to work the grease into these old bones of mine. Getting back into the fighting game groove. Ooh. Excellent. Definitely do it, Beyond Fantasy. We could also have some matches online when you can. You can play it online. There are a few characters that could suit your style. Like I said, Nier, that has this puppet type of game mechanics. Which other character is it? There is another character called Lowain that is a lot about counters as well. He creates these traps. He has this guard, and if the opponent hits you, well, if you hit Lowain when he has his special guard up, then he immediately counters. That sort of style. But the thing about these anime fighters, anime type of fighters, is that you'll probably agree that sometimes you have these really amazing characters you want to play as a certain character, but it doesn't fit your play style. So there's that to consider as well. For example, I like the character design of Zeta, but I hear she's although she's one of the best characters, she's pretty up in the tier list. She's pretty complex to use because she does this thing where she propels herself forward and backward and upwards using a spear, and you need to make some very complex inputs. Here we go.
Here begins fate's
I wonder who it is. The same opponent?
Versusia versus
No, Versusia. Versusia is she's one of the... She's not the best, but she's definitely challenging when people know how to play as her. Ooh, this is going to be challenging. I know it. I know this is going to be challenging. I can feel it. My fighting instincts tell me. Oh! No, that's super freaky. If you see a six-armed woman that starts talking about the end of the world philosophy, just go away from her. Get away from her as fast as possible.
Believe in victory.
Here we go.
Battle 1.
Let's go! There we go.
Great.
I need to attack. I'm more aggressive.
Great.
I wonder if he has just started playing, or if it's just me that I went berserk all out, because I was nervous. Let's see. Let's see! Oh! Okay, she's definitely angry. We missed the input. Oh no! If that hits, uh-huh. Ooh, that's spectacular. That's beautiful. Yes, large character. That was pretty close, you have to admit, a player that I don't know about. I have noticed that this player doesn't guard that much. Once I get a few hits in, he just forgets about guarding. Once I get a hit in, the opponent stops guarding. He goes all offense. Doesn't even try to guard. Let's try a rematch. He didn't want a rematch. Well, that's disappointing. Well, I think this is going to be it for the moment. Thank you, Beyond Fantasy, for being here once more. I was surprised as to how many matches I won. We got some rewards even. Let's take a look at the rewards, claim all. I don't even know what they are about. Yes. See, yes, the opponent also did some good things. I think that the way that what caused his defeat was that once I got a hit in, he stopped guarding. He just wanted to bash me away. So I think if he would have played a bit more defensively, it would have been much better. Let me see if I can adjust my profile because I had some rewards now. So change character. Ah, yes. To Beatrix. Where are you, Beatrix? There she is. So I can set things, right? Player name, profile message, pricing casual. Trophy. I have some trophies here. Eternal Hero. My badge. The Beatrix badge, of course. What else is there? Card design. There are some really cool card designs here, but I guess I will use this one. What color should I use for her background? Purple? Purple is so overused, right? What about yellow, green, blue? After all, her theme, yes, blue looks nice. Although a bit generic, right? How about red? Yes. Then you definitely want to play as her. She's also top tier, Beyond Fantasy. This 2B from Nier, of course. She has a lot of people to tell you if you're fighting a pro 2B player, wait until that player tires out because you won't have a chance to counter. The character is so good that it doesn't let you breathe because of the intensity, the pressure that it applies. I'm still not convinced about the color green. Green because it matches her eyes. Beatrix has green eyes, so it matches her eyes perfectly. Well, once again, thank you, Beyond Fantasy, for being here, and thanks to everyone who has been watching this or that is going to watch this stream. I had lots of fun, and this is going to definitely be one of the staples of my channel, I guess you could call it. I'm going to be playing Granblue matches every now and then. Yes, pressure is usually pretty important in anime fighters, definitely. So once again, thank you everyone, and remember, level